As the summer draws to a close, the days get shorter and there are fewer swimming opportunities. Your pool offered you and your family countless hours of fun this summer, and you must now take the time to properly close it. Now, let's be honest. Closing a pool isn't quite as exciting as opening it. However, it's a key step of its maintenance, one that will extend the lifespan of the pool and that of its components so that you can keep enjoying it for a long time. If this is your first time closing a pool, it's normal for the task to seem difficult. Now, don't worry. In this video, we'll walk you through the process step by step to help you winterize your pool as simply as possible. To help guide you today, Vincent, a Club Piscine specialist, will be closing the pool. And to make things easier, we've divided the task into 6 segments. Last maintenance of the pool, cleaning the filter and filtering media, lowering the pool water level, winterizing the hardware and bottom drain, winterizing the pool's external equipment, closing kit, and mesh cover installation. First, we recommend that you close your pool as late as possible, ideally once the water temperature drops to about 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The month of October is usually a good time to proceed. Even if you are no longer swimming in your pool, it's important to always leave the pump and filtration system running. Until you're ready to close it, you should keep maintaining your pool and carefully check the water parameters. Come spring, this will save you a lot of hassle when you open your pool. Here's what you'll need to close your pool the right way. You'll find a detailed list in the description of this video. If anything's missing, you can find it at your local Club Piscine store. All right, you have everything you need? Let's go. First, we suggest that you take pictures of all the connections, pipes, and wires of your present setup. They will help you get a sense of what goes where when you open your pool next year. Now, let's take care of the pool. The idea is to leave it clean so that it will be clean come spring. We recommend that you test your water one last time to ensure that its parameters are within the normal values. For pH, we aim for 7.4 to 7.6. As for alkalinity, between 80 and 120 is ideal. Maintaining your water clean and balanced will help prevent the formation of bacteria and algae during winter. You can use your regular maintenance products for this. Now's the best time to remove the ladder, steps, and thermometer, since it's much easier to do when there's water left in the pool. Clean and store everything. Next, using a leaf collector, remove the leaves in the water and clean the bottom of the pool one last time with a vacuum or brush. Finally, clean the pool liner above the water line using a specially formulated cleaner. Give it a gentle rub using a cloth or sponge. It's important not to use an all-purpose household cleaner, as it may affect the water chemistry as well as damage the liner's material. And there you have it. Your pool is clean, and we've already completed the first segment. In this section, we will be cleaning the filter and its filtering media to remove the accumulated dirt and grease. The filtering media we're using here is sand. The following steps also apply to filter beads, recycled glass, as well as natural stones. As is always the case when changing the filter settings, you must first turn off the pump. Then, turn the filter handle to the backwash position. Restart the pump to get the water flowing inside the filter. Pour the filter cleaner directly into the skimmer and wait until the water you see in the sight glass is clear and uncolored. This should take about 2 to 3 minutes. Turn off the pump and turn the filter handle to the rinse position. Restart the pump and run it for about 1 minute, then turn it off again. Set the filter handle to whirlpool or recirculate and let the pump run from 30 seconds to 1 minute before turning it off. We will now lower the water level in the pool to 18 to 24 inches below the skimmer. This will leave enough room for a layer of ice to form in the winter. If your pool has a bottom drain, locate the 3-way valve at the outlet of the skimmer and place the handle in the upward position. This will close the skimmer water intake completely, and the water will only flow out through the bottom drain. Make sure your pump isn't running, then set the filter handle to drain. Activate the pump again to start draining the pool. Be careful not to empty the pool in the backwash mode, as that could seriously damage your filter. For the average above-ground pool, lowering the water level should take from 30 to 45 minutes. Make sure you are 18 inches below the skimmer. According to the manufacturer's recommendations, you should always leave water in the pool, as it helps maintain the pool's structure during the winter. Once the water is at the required level, you can turn off the pump. Inspect the liner and make sure it isn't ripped or dirty, and clean if needed. Here comes the most important part of the pool closing process. In this segment, we will be disassembling and storing all of the pool's removable parts and hardware to protect them against freezing. We will then winterize the bottom drain. First, remove the skimmer's basket and door, then set them aside. If your skimmer is equipped with a light, you'll need to disconnect it from the power source, separate the connectors, and disassemble the housing. If your water return is equipped with an integrated light, start with the light outside the pool. Unscrew the ring that holds the bulb in place, disassemble the connectors, remove the light, then seal the opening using an expandable plug. If your water return has no light, unscrew it starting with the ring, then the eyeball. Use the blue removal wrench specially designed to unscrew the inner part of the water return. Insert a winterizing plug or an expandable plug to properly seal the opening. We will now winterize the bottom drain. Since the bottom drain pipe is underground, the aim is to replace the water inside it with antifreeze. Specifically formulated for pools, this antifreeze is a calcium-based compound that is denser than water. It will completely fill your bottom drain pipe. Start by unscrewing the hose that connects the three-way valve to the pump, clean it, and set it aside. When you unscrew a hose, make sure to retrieve the O-rings. Place all the O-rings inside the skimmer's basket. Then unscrew the union that connects the three-way valve to the bottom drain pipe. You can use plumber's pliers, which will make the job a lot easier. Using a pipe clamp, connect an expansion pipe to the end of your bottom drain pipe. To prevent the antifreeze from leaking out, it's important for the pipe to remain above the water line all winter. Secure the pipe to the pool skimmer using a rope or a multipurpose zip tie. Next, pour the antifreeze directly into the hose connected to the top ledge of the pool until you see it flow out from the bottom drain. 1 gallon of antifreeze should be sufficient for 21-foot above-ground pools or smaller. For larger pools, a second gallon may be required. Now, insert 4 feet of coiled insulating foam inside the expansion pipe. Fold the end of the coil onto itself and push it inside the pipe to secure it in place. Grab the skimmer protection kit. Place the round piece of foam at the bottom of the skimmer. Place the second piece inside the skimmer through the opening from inside the pool. Then fasten both pieces together using the wooden skewer. Lastly, make sure the three-way valve is in the open position. Your pool and its plumbing are now ready for winter. Next, let's winterize your pool's external components. You'll notice that the same logic that applies to one piece of equipment applies to them all. Clean the part, empty the water, dry it, and store it. It should be noted that only the filter and heat pump can remain outside during winter. All other components must be stored in a dry, frost-free place. To winterize the filter, you first need to unscrew the water inlet and outlet lines. Clean them and set them aside with the other hoses. Don't forget the O-rings. Then unscrew the drain cap at the bottom of the filter. Unscrew the pressure gauge and sight glass, then store them in the skimmer's basket along with the drain cap. You will then turn the filter handle to the winterized position. As for the pump, turn off the breaker and disconnect the device. Then, unscrew the drain caps underneath the pump. Make sure you let all the water drain out. Unscrew the lid and empty the basket. Clean and dry the pump. Place the caps and other parts in the skimmer's basket and store everything in a dry, frost-free place. If your pool is equipped with a heat pump, make sure it is set to the off mode and that the breaker is shut off. Disconnect the 2 pipes at the back of the heat pump. Clean and set them aside with the others. Drain the water from the heat pump with a wet-dry vacuum cleaner. Make sure you wipe away all residual water. If you wish, you can seal off the outlets with expandable plugs. Cover the unit with a waterproof cover. Check for snow buildup in the winter and clear if needed. You can also place a plastic bag over the filter head to protect it. If you have a chlorinator or a Nature 2 system, start by disconnecting the two pipes connected to the system. Wash them with clean water and set them aside with the other pipes. Unscrew the drain cap and empty out the water. Dispose of the contents of the chlorine dispenser and clean it carefully. Even though the cartridge of the Nature 2 system cannot be used for more than one season, we recommend that you leave it in the unit for when you open your pool the following spring. You can then replace it once your pool water is clean and balanced. If your pool is equipped with a salt chlorine generator, you can now disconnect the cell. Simply unscrew both ends. Then disconnect the control panel and store it in a dry, frost-free place. Screw the cell stand on the base of the cell and place it on a flat surface. The opening should point upwards. Pour the cell cleaner into the cell. Allow it to work for about 30 minutes until the liquid is no longer effervescent. It is interesting to note that this liquid can be recovered and reused to clean the cell again next year. After cleaning, rinse the cell with clear water. Dry thoroughly, then store in a frost-free place. Time to empty the contents of the closing kit into the pool. Make sure you have the proper winterizing kit for your pool sanitation system. Follow all instructions provided on the product packaging. Handle the chemical products with care. And there you have it. All the components of your pool are properly winterized. Using a mesh cover can also prove useful if there are too many trees on your property. It will save you a great deal of cleaning come spring. First, install the cable around the pool and hook up both ends to the tightener. Turn the crank to tighten the cable around the structure of the pool. Then, tighten the elastics. Hook one end of the elastic to the cable near the middle of the top ledge, then hook the other end to the top ledge on the opposite side. The number of elastics will vary according to the diameter of your pool. Make sure you don't over-tighten the elastics to avoid putting too much pressure on the top ledges. Once all the elastics are in place, lay the mesh cover down on the elastics and cover the entire pool. Tighten the cable using the integrated tightener if needed. Depending on the pool model, some mesh covers can remain on the pool all winter, whereas others need to be removed before the first snowfall. Congratulations! You've just completed all the steps involved in closing your above-ground pool. It is now ready for winter. If you have questions, require additional information on how to close your pool, or wish to make an appointment for our turnkey pool closing service, please feel free to contact your local Club Piscine Super Fitness store. See you next time.